Mono Lake is a majestic body of water covering about 60 square miles, 13 miles east-west by 8 miles north-south. Estimated to be more than 1 million years old, Mono Lake is one of the oldest lakes in North America. Throughout its long existence, eastern Sierra streams have fed Mono Lake with fresh water laden with salts and minerals carried down from the mountains. With no outlet, water can only leave the basin through evaporation, and the salts and minerals are left behind as a result. Mono Lake is 2.5 times as salty and 80 times as alkaline as ocean water. Mono Lake's tufa towers are spectacular examples of what nature can do with a few basic elements. These unusual spires and knobs are formed when calcium-bearing freshwater springs well up through alkaline lake water, which is rich in carbonates. The calcium and carbonate combine, precipitating out as limestone. Over many years, a tower forms around the mouth of the spring. This tufa-forming reaction happens only in the lake itself. As the lake level drops and exposes the tufa towers, they cease to grow. As you walk toward the water, notice the lake level markers along the trail. Mono Lake dropped more than 45 vertical feet between 1941, when the city of Los Angeles began diverting water from the streams that fed the lake, and 1982, when the lake reached its low stand. In fact, standing here in 1941, you would have been waist deep in water. The towers at South Tufa are estimated to be younger than 300 years old. Other tufa around the lakeshore could be a few hundred years old. Far older tufa towers, some of them as old as 13,000 years old, can still be found high above the current lake along Mono's ancient shore. Tufa is also formed as freshwater springs percolate through briny lake bottom sand. The sand tufas are intricate sand tubes and columns exposed as winds strip away their sandy coverings. On September 28, 1994, after 16 years of court battles, research, and hearings, the State Water Resources Control Board issued an order to protect Mono Lake and its tributary streams. The effects of the order will ultimately raise the lake level by 17 feet to an elevation of 6,392 feet above sea level over the next 15 to 25 years. Mono Lake has been called a Dead Sea, but it actually abounds with life. Few organisms can tolerate Mono's salty, alkaline water, but these few species thrive in astronomical numbers. The food chain begins with green algae, a microscopic one-celled plant. Algae uses decayed organic matter and sunlight to grow. In the winter, when the algae blooms, the lake becomes pea soup green. Two animals feast on the algae, the brine shrimp and the alkali fly. The half-inch long brine shrimp can be seen in Mono Lake from April through October at the height of the summer season, and an estimated 8 to 12 trillion shrimp swim in Mono's waters. As winter approaches, the adult brine shrimp begin to die off, but not before they lay eggs that will overwinter in the lake bottom mud. The eggs hatch out as the lake waters warm in the spring. Mono shrimp and flies provide a plentiful food supply for more than 80 species of migratory birds that visit the lake each spring and summer. Nearly 50,000 adult California gulls fly to Mono Lake from the coast each spring to nest where food and island nesting sites are plentiful. Mono's gull colony is one of the largest in California, as well as one of the largest and most important in the world. Approximately 100 endangered western snowy plovers nest along the windswept alkali flights of Mono Lake's eastern shore. Eared grebes visit Mono Lake in astounding numbers. An estimated 1.5 million of them make a spectacular sight during the fall migration from August through October. So there you have a few facts about this amazing landscape and lake.